My name is Priyanti, and indeed, thank you all for attending today's special event. Just before the event starts, I'd like to share a quick reminder. Please have all your cell phones on silent. The restrooms are in the back right door. Water is outside in the hallway. And throughout the end of the session, we'd like to take a few photos with Brother Yogesh in the room. If anyone has any objections for the photos, let us know.
Now I would like to invite a very special person. I have known this person for past 20 years. She has been practicing Raj Yoga meditation for over 40 years and lovingly coordinates the activities at the Brahma Kumaris Michigan Center. We are lucky to have her here with us. May I now please invite Sister Lakshmi to the stage.
Welcome. So nice to be on this side of the stage to see beautiful faces. I warmly welcome all of you to the new center we have acquired past 2 years ago. And every center, when they do a program of this magnitude, they want the guest, the speaker, to leave with memories, memorable happenings that have happened at the center. Right off the bat, when Yogesh Pai landed in Detroit, he is inundated with two things. One was his luggage came on a different flight. As we speak, we're picking up his luggage from the airport. So that's one memory he'll be taking back with him. The second one is he was greeted by the Canadian Air. It's the pure Michigan Air, pure Canadian Air came from all the way from Canada. So that's another event you'll remember, I hope. And I always call him my Turkish delight because to me, he's the most delightful young man I have met in my 40 years of dedication to this wonderful institution. And needless to say, even at my age, I'm learning a lot from younger crowd like my brother. He's going to be coming on the stage any minute. And this is not in the agenda, but if it's Madhavivan is okay, I want to do something very unique, very special for Yogesh Pai. Just bear with me. And I think someone is coming to give him the flowers, right? I was asked to ask you to come on the stage, Bhaiya. This is not in the agenda, but as you get older, you break all the rules. And two things happen. As you get older, you really don't mind breaking up any rule. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So if Priyanshi can hold the mic, I'll go get something for Yogesh Pai. Just one. Let's welcome Brother Yogesh. I think you need to stand up, brother. I waited for so long to see. Well, that's it, folks. He's going to be doing a wonderful program. Enjoy. And let's have a repeat session next year.
Thank you, Sister Lakshmi. We're very happy to have Brother Yogesh with us today evening.
I would like to invite Sister Madhvi to introduce Brother Yogesh. She has been practicing Raj Yoga for over 32 years She has been served in New York for over 18 years, facilitating meditation courses, retreats, and programs on spiritual well-being and personal transformation. She recently moved to Michigan to continue serving the community.
Om Shanti. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. I know it's a smoky day, but still you all made an effort to be here. So thank you very much for being this evening with us. And of course, welcome, Brother Yogesh. And if you're not comfortable, you can always remove the scarf. And if you're comfortable, that's fine too. And let me try this. A little welcome for you. Okay, tell me if I said it right. Hosh Geldis, let me try again. Hosh Geldines. Did I say it right? Oh. How do you say it? Hosh Geldines. Okay, he's saying it again. So here is a little welcome for you, Brother Yogesh. So from Turkey shores to pure Michigan, you have traveled far with a peaceful mission. Not bringing luggage filled with gold, and your luggage is stuck there. But you're with us, so happy to have you. But timeless wisdom, priceless and bold. For over 50 years, you have walked this way, choosing peace each passing day. You have come to help us pause, reflect, to find inner strength we often neglect. Now, Brother Yogesh, here's our gentle plea. While you're here, enjoy Michigan's beauty. Take a little break, rest in comfort in, then come and awaken the comfort within us. And if our Michigan family makes you feel at home, please don't be surprised. You are tempted to postpone your trip home. Yeah? Is that okay? Yes? Don't worry, we promise we will only ask you every few weeks. Tonight, we are grateful that you are here. Your presence fills our hearts with cheer. So with open hearts and joyful delight, let's welcome Brother Yogesh tonight. So now a serious bio of him. So Brother Yogesh Sharda. You know, Sharda actually means it's another name for a goddess of knowledge, right?
I'm not sure.
Really? Yeah, it's another name for goddess knowledge. So you're full of that wisdom. So your name itself says you're yogi, Yogesh, and then you're full of wisdom, spiritual wisdom. So Brother Yogesh Sharda has been practicing Raj Yoga meditation with the Brahma Kumaris for over 50 years. He is born in Malawi, Africa, raised in London, UK, and now serving as a national coordinator of Brahma Kumaris in Turkey. He brings truly international perspective to his work, don't he? Yeah. As a personal developer, trainer, and workshop facilitator, Brother Yogesh has inspired people around the world through seminars, retreats, and workshops that combined timeless spiritual wisdom and practical tools for everyday living. His warm, engaging style and deep spiritual experience has touched countless lives, helping people discover greater peace, resilience, and purpose. So we are delighted to welcome Brother Yogesh with us. And we're very happy that he is with us in Michigan. And I would like you all to join to give a round of applause for his presence here. So thank you. And tonight's topic is an inner advantage and being calm and, centered in uncertain times. So Brother Yogesh is going to share some insights with all of us on this topic. So let's hear from Brother Yogesh. Brother Yogesh.
On the side street. Yeah. If you can take your car and park in the side street, it would be wonderful, because people are pulling in and they don't know what to do with the cars, and we don't want them to leave. So if family can get up, 3-4 of you, park the car on the side street, that would be wonderful. Sorry, Bhaiya. Om Shanti.
Okay. Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Sister Lakshmi, for this great presentation. I'm honored. And also for all the wonderful, generous, kind words you have spoken. I hope I am worthy of all that you have said. And yes, as it was mentioned, that I have been in this study and practice of Raja Yoga, meditation, self-awareness for most of my life. And one of the things which happens as you build this understanding into your life, that you become aware that just as there is a world outside of you, but there's also a world inside of you. And most people give the majority of their attention to the outer world and relatively less to the inner world. And this was something which surprised me as I was growing up. People don't give conscious attention to their inner world. And due to this imbalance between the outer and the inner, there are the stresses and strains and the tensions which we see in people's lives, but also on the global level as well. And one of the things which used to confuse me as I was a child and I was growing up is that we see huge progress in science and technology, and we can do amazing things today. We can communicate with somebody right the other side of the world instantaneously. There are great advances in healthcare. We can travel so far, so fast. We can even send people to the dark side of the moon. We can do amazing things. So there seems to be great evolution in terms of technology. But then what about evolution on the inside? Can we evolve beyond getting angry? Can we evolve beyond getting upset? Can we evolve beyond holding a grudge? Can we evolve beyond becoming stressed? So there's a huge imbalance between the attention to the outer and attention to the inner. And when we begin to pay more attention to the inner world, you realize that the inner space is much, much, much more vast than outer space. And here's a sentence which I found very striking. And that is that the world, life is not happening to you. Life is responding to you. I'm just going to say that one more time. Life is not happening to you. Life is responding to you. And so it begs the question, what messages am I giving out to life, which life is bringing back to me in the form of situations, events, and circumstances? It makes you aware of the power that is contained inside you. Now, as human beings, we have so much power inside us, but we do not know how to use it properly. And as a result, we end up misusing most of it. So for the next around 25 minutes or so, I'm going to explore some ideas about how to take better care of the inner world, inner advantage, improve our experience of life, and also make ourselves much more useful to everyone else around us. I think I am now able to remove this. Thank you once again. I'm going to be using the flip chart to help me explain a few ideas. So I think you can all see. All right, so we, of course, have so much to learn. Learning all the time. But I also feel that in addition to learning, there is something as important, or perhaps even more important, than learning. Now, what do you think that might be? Practice. All right, practice, understand, experience. Sorry? Reflecting, did you say? Yes, yes. Application, yeah. All right. Observing, yeah. Being. I would add to this, we also need to unlearn. Because as we go through life, we have learned many good things, but also we have learned some self-limiting lessons which do not allow us to use our minds properly. And so we need to unlearn what we have mislearned so we can relearn what we should have learned. And some of those mislearnings which we are carrying, we are not even aware of. Now, when you do practices like self-awareness, mindfulness, meditation, we begin to observe and understand your own limited thought processes. And this is very exciting because it shows you the tremendous potential that exists for each one of us to make an upgrade or an improvement within our inner world. And as that begins to happen, many wonderful positive changes happen in your outer life. I give a cast iron guarantee that if we learn to use our thought energy better, more wisely, everything in our lives will improve. Firstly, your peace of mind and happiness will become more stable. Your physical health is positively impacted. Your relationships harmonize, and even your work performance improves. Now, how many of you here already do some kind of meditation? All right, and how many of you here are meditators? And how many are wondering what is the difference between the two? Yeah. Well, many people in the world do some kind of meditation to relax, to de-stress, to calm down, to handle the challenges of life. And this may be enough for a person. But to be a meditator means it is a lifestyle. Which means as you go through day-to-day life, you're traveling, you're at work, you're at home, you're in the shopping mall, you do all that, but one part of you is naturally aware or vigilant to check, how am I spending my thought energy? Now think, for example, of an athlete who wishes to win the gold medal in the Olympics. So for her or for him, eating healthy is a lifestyle. Such a person has a natural awareness. What I eat, when I eat, how much I eat. Because for an athlete, maintaining optimum weight is essential. In the same way, a meditator is like a mental athlete. As we pass through the day, we are checking, how am I spending my thought energy? And when you notice yourself overthinking, you catch yourself and you correct yourself. When you notice yourself holding on to useless memories of the past or worrying about the future, you check and you change. And meditators understand this is the most precious energy we have, because ultimately life is a mind game. Look at any endeavor in life, sports, business, politics. Largely, these are mind games. Think of individual sports, for example, like tennis. Any tennis fans here? Only one. Only one tennis fan in Detroit. All right, okay. Well, you will know that when you're playing tennis, you have to motivate yourself. You have to focus. You have to forget the last mistake. Business is a mind game, convincing people. Politics is absolutely a mind game. In fact, the whole of life, managing relationships, dealing with criticism, handling failure. If you know how to use your mind well, life begins to feel like a game. Now, the mind produces thoughts. Repeated thoughts become patterns, form an attitude. An attitude creates vibrations and an atmosphere. Which attitude is healthy or meaningful for which situation? Which thoughts are healthy first thing in the morning? What kind of thought should come later? Understanding mind management enables you to deal with life situations effectively. Just as if we understand our body and we take better care of it, so we can maintain good health. For example, who here likes ice cream? Many ice cream lovers. If you haven't raised your hand, what is wrong with you? Right? Now, but if you were offered ice cream for breakfast, 7 in the morning, what would you say? Yeah? Most people would say, well, it's not really a breakfast food. No? Maybe later. Although you like it, but a huge intake of sugar first thing in the morning, maybe not so healthy. The same way, what about the mind? What kind of thoughts are healthy, useful, first thing in the morning? What should come later? Let's look at some further ideas to understand how to take care of the inner world better. So let's do this. So a question for you. Question is, what do you see? Be creative and do not limit yourself. Snail shell, okay, yeah. Sometimes people say that. Spiral, all right. A whirlpool. Centering yourself. All right, that's interesting. Centering yourself in outside chaos. Okay, and something else. A symbol. Yeah, sometimes people say, I see the universe. Some say, I see a cinnamon roll or a jalebi for those who know that sweet. Some say, I see a thumbprint. Some say tree rings when you cut a tree. So all kinds of interesting, creative answers come about what this could be, what this might represent. But there is a but. And the but is all the answers that you gave are about this. And nobody said, I also see lots of wide, empty, open, available space as well. I did not ask, what did I draw? I asked, what do you see? Okay? Your eyes immediately went to this. Therefore, all your creative thinking went into what this might represent. Although you were aware of all of this available space, you chose passively, you chose to not pay attention to it. Now, there are 5 steps here. What you see will influence what you think about. And what you think about will generate your emotions. Your emotions will drive your choices, your decisions, the places you go, the people you spend time with, and the relationships you form. And all that creates your life, your world, your reality. So if you want to improve anything in your life, your world, your reality, where should you start? Start with what you are choosing to see. Even in chaos, even in criticism, even in failure, even in the person whose personality is opposite to yours, you may not be able to control that. What is absolutely your choice is what the eye of your mind wishes to see in that. This was an example of our physical eyes. But the real point here is the eye of your mind. This is one of our superpowers as human beings, the ability to choose your attitude and your vision in any set of circumstances. This we have to take more advantage of. The inner advantage. Realize I do have a choice how I am seeing a situation. It is so beautifully said that if you want to change anything in your life, start by changing the way you are seeing that anything. Don't try to change the person or the situation first. First, change the way you are seeing. And the power of your vision will also eventually change the situation as well. Some of you may be aware of this saying, Jaisi aapki drishti, वैसी आपकी सृष्टि. As is your vision, so is your world. So how to do this? How to take better care of my attitude and vision and upgrade it? Let's look at a simple formula which summarizes some of these ideas quite well. Now, in order not to be shaken by the turbulence outside us, whether it's in physical health or job or finances, relationships, politics, all the things happening around us, swirling around us, we need to develop more inner strength. How to improve our inner strength so we have more resilience and more inertia to not be shaken by the things outside. So here's a formula to make us aware of what our inner strength is connected to. So inner strength is connected to your level of self-care. And by self here, I mean the inner self. Our physical self, of course, that's important, but that's not our focus today. Taking more care of my inner self, but then divided by the overthinking that we also do. Now, anyone good at math here? No? If we want to increase our inner strength, what should we do? Yeah, we can do both of these things. Huh? Can improve our self-care and reduce our overthinking. Let's start with this one first. Overthinking, and to this we can also add over speaking. Consider the number of words you speak every day. How many of those are useful, relevant, and meaningful? When we speak, we are using our verbal energy, which also impacts the mind and also the brain. So can we make our words more economical and essential? So for example, let's say you use 20 words to say something to someone. Can you use 10 words to say the same thing? Can you be more essential? So that energy of 10 words which you may save, it will accumulate in your mind as something called the power of silence. Shanti ki Shakti. And that power of silence, as it accumulates in your mind, will give rise to new abilities in yourself. Such as, you'll have more willpower than you had before. You'll have more tolerance than you had before. You'll have more confidence than before. You'll have the strength to forgive, let go, and move on. You know, sometimes people say, I can't forgive so-and-so. I can't let go, but why not? Where is the power to be able to do that? If I am saving my inner strength, my inner power, these abilities will develop in me. So essential and also economical. Now, let's say you see a nice jacket in a shop and you'd like to have it. What might you do before you purchase it? Try it out. Yeah, I would check the price, right? Maybe Detroit people don't need to do such a thing. I would check the price, which means, am I ready to let go of this much money to have this item? Why we do that is because we value our money. So we want to use it wisely. We want value for money. The same attitude we should have for our verbal energy and also our thought energy. In fact, value your thought energy even more than you value the money in your pocket. The most powerful, precious thing you have is your thought energy. And if you use it more wisely, more effectively, you'll find all these benefits emerge in your life. So overthinking and overspeaking, can I make my thoughts and my words more essential and more economical? That's an area every single one of us can make an upgrade in. Then self-care. Now, self-care is concerned with two main things, and we've been touching on them already a little. One is building meditation into your life, or you can even call it silence moments. Consciously making time to make your mind quiet. Now, it helps to do this at the beginning of the day. What do you do when you start the day? What's the first thing you do? Most people reach for the mobile, maybe talk to someone or check the news, the weather, the sports, or what you have to do during the day. But I would say before you engage with life out there, first engage with yourself. Spend a few minutes to visit the peace inside you. Spend a few minutes charging the battery of your soul first thing in the morning. What you experience in the morning will impact the whole day. Now, people say, do they not, if someone is having a bad day, they may say, I must have got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. Yeah, you heard that? There is some truth there. But the opposite is also true. If you start the day well, your mind will be more stable, your emotions will be more stable as you pass through the day when the challenges come. In the traffic, in the office, in the shopping mall, you'll have greater stability over your mind and your emotions. The second thing to practice, and I think some of you do this already, is what we call as traffic control for the mind. So imagine the thoughts in your mind are like the cars in the street. The question is, how is the traffic up here? Is it orderly? Is it flowing? Is it coordinated? Or is there a traffic jam in my head? Now, when there's a traffic jam, so much time and energy are wasted. And one badly parked car can block 100 other cars. So one waste thought, one negative thought, one useless thought can block the flow of my creativity and my happiness. Do you have traffic problems in Detroit? You do? Try coming to Istanbul. Then you'll know what traffic is. 16 million people trying to get to different places at the same time. But imagine your thought traffic. So traffic control is stopping, if you can physically stop, for 4 minutes, 3 minutes, even 2 minutes, just going from the doing mode to the being mode. Withdraw your attention from the doing mode. Come to that place of calm and quiet within you. And we'll do an exercise to experience this a bit later. But what that does is it makes the mind quiet. When the mind is quiet, the second faculty of your consciousness, which is called your intellect, begins to work properly. These are the two things we have, a mind and an intellect, two main faculties. The mind produces thoughts and emotions. The intellect discerns and decides. The mind is like a child. A child knows what it wants, not what it needs. The mind is like a wild horse. It can be aimless wandering. It can be a danger to itself and also to others. The mind is like a monkey, always distracted, wanting more. The mind is a child. The intellect is the parent of that child. And the current condition in most people is the mind is a wild child And the intellect is a weak parent. So imagine a wild child and a weak parent going to the shopping mall together. What's going to happen? Get me this, I want that, not this one, the other one, there. And the weak parent unable to control. So how to tame, how to control the mind, support the parent, support the intellect. And when we build meditation, silence moments into our day, we are empowering the intellect. The sign of that, next time the mind behaves, gets angry, irritated, the intellect will say, mind, stop. Stop right there. The mind begins to listen. How you measure your growth is how easily the mind listens to you in those moments, challenging and difficult moments. So, second area of self-care is, again, as we mentioned, an upgrade in your vision and your attitude. Realizing I can see things differently. I can choose how I want to see a situation, even see a person. Let me just share one quick last example, then we have to move on to the next part. Do you have at least one difficult person in your life? Yes? Yes, no? Yeah? Is that person in this room? Okay, don't answer that question. But usually we tend to say that this is one person who just knows how to push my buttons, right? As though they are a world expert in the art of irritation, how to irritate other people. And what happens when somebody pushes our buttons, what we tend to do is we look for theirs to push back. So you push mine, I push yours, you push mine, I push yours, and we get into a button pushing contest, which is a slippery slope to insanity. But what to do? How to stop someone from pushing your buttons? Any suggestions? All right, yeah, it's to do with that. All right, yeah, I think there's different ways of saying the same thing. Yeah. Ignore, sorry? Limit access. Well, again, I think different ways of saying it. And the way I say it is I have to deactivate my buttons, which means I have to learn to become more emotionally stable, learn to be the owner of my peace of mind and my happiness. Consider this question: who owns your happiness? Theoretically, yes. But sometimes we say, you upset me, she makes me angry, they made me crazy. So at that moment, I'm saying, you are the boss of my emotions. I am your emotional slave. If you are nice to me, I'm happy. If you're not nice to me, I'm sad. If you behave as I want you to behave, happy. But if you behave as you want to behave, not good for me. So theoretically, I want to be the master of my happiness, but when we are angry or upset or any negative experience, at that moment, I have lost my happiness. If we complete this metaphor, if we say that life is a school, then who are we? Students. If life is a school and we are students, who are the teachers? Life itself, but especially I would say challenging or difficult situations and people. And there I have to relabel the person I find difficult. instead of labeling that person as difficult, write on their forehead, my teacher. If there's someone you find difficult to tolerate, and that person comes in the room, my tolerance teacher has just arrived. My patience tutor has entered the room. Okay, welcome. My forgiveness consultant has just arrived. So you can change your vision of that person such that not only do their behavior not bother you anymore, but you actually use that to make you grow. And this is an aspect of spiritual intelligence, or being spiritually smart. Use adversity to make you grow. And for this, deploy growth language into your thinking. Growth language such as, what is this situation trying to teach me? What can I learn here? What is the lesson for me? How will this make me stronger? How can I move forward through this? Yeah. In fact, all of these things that we need to learn in the school of life are what we call as virtues. Which means in some situation, I have to work on my tolerance. Another situation, I have to develop more patience. With some other person, I need to be more understanding, or more accepting, or more forgiving, or more humble, or more determined, or more courageous. All of these things we call as virtues. And researching and imbibing virtue into your character is the most noble and highest form of learning, because I upgrade my own inner character. The more virtue I imbibe into myself, the more easily I will pass through challenges when they come in the future. So by paying attention to doing the right thing more, doing the wrong thing less, I increase my inner strength. The more inner strength I have, the more resilience I have when challenged by the situations of life, the less is my emotional neediness, and the greater is my capacity to give, to share, to love, to support. So you become an extremely useful person to everyone in your life. So I think time for me to stop there. I've overshot by a few minutes. I'm going to stop there and hand over for the next part.
We'd love to listen to you more. So that was very, very beautiful. What Brother Yogesh just shared with all of us, isn't it? Very beautiful, very powerful. And what I'm actually getting from all of this is actually, how do we keep our attitude? The attitude of self-care, right? And in that, actually, he spoke a lot of things about how we see and how we think and how we care for ourselves. So lots of things in self-care. I really liked how you said about thinking, essential and economical. These are the two aspects to really keep in mind, and also the vision, right? How we see and what we are seeing. And that was a very nice example of vision. So thinking, vision, and the attitude of self-care, in which I also liked where Brother Yogesh said, deactivate your buttons, right? That's something we have to do, right? Otherwise, we're always complaining about somebody pressing our buttons. So, and also about seeing others as a teacher. That's another thing I like. And what did you like? help me here to remind a few things that Brother Yogesh shared. The speaking energy. Mhm. Unlearn. Yeah. Unlearn. What else? Traffic controls. Yes. My tolerance teacher has arrived. That's a good one, actually. Yeah. If we can practice this. Unlearning. Yeah. Like keep our cup a little, space where I can always learn something more. Yeah. What else? What you choose to be. Yeah. See. Yes, what you choose to see. Yeah, and also that transformation from doing to being. Right? Yes. What else? Don't give weightage to the opinions of others. Yes. Mhm. Right. You be the master and don't allow others to, take away your happiness and peace. Control your thoughts. Detachment. Mhm. Yeah. Sorry? Using your intellect. Yeah. What was the example he gave about intellect and mind? Who is the mind? Wild child is the mind. And the intellect? A weak parent. Did you have such scenarios in your, when you went, you had, okay. Okay. That's nice. Yeah. So that's beautiful. So I think lots of things to learn. And also I loved how he emphasized on taking that time to slowing down, to have that meditative moments. And when you actually are economical with your thoughts, how you're actually restoring them, or you're depositing them in the bank of silence, right? Your power of silence is increasing. So that's very, very beautiful. So yeah, these are, of course, many things, and we have to get much from Brother Yogesh. So at this moment, I think our MCs are going to introduce Ashwin to do an interactive session. So.
Thank you, Sister Madhvi, and thank you, Brother Yogesh. I would like to invite Ashwin for an interactive conversation with Brother Yogesh. He's been professionally working as an engineer in an automotive company, and he's connected to this knowledge for about 20 years now. Brother Ashwin.
If I may just interrupt, because we've had a lot of speaking, could we maybe have a moment of reflection?
Sure.
Just to absorb before we come to the next speaking part. Let's just be quiet for 2 minutes. Yeah?
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Brother Yogesh, for your time and the information you shared today evening. As you probably have seen a recording as well, because I really like the lecture personally, and I can personally relate the information you share, and many of us probably do as well. But I made some notes, and after that, we'll ask audience for some additional questions and thoughts. You gave some good comparison between outside world and mindset and whatnot. So thank you for all that. One question that I have is, many of us who practice here Brahma Kumari, we do often traffic control. If you can walk us through and as a group and we can do traffic control, I would appreciate it, please.
To do a traffic control?
Yes, please.
Yeah. There are various ways to do it.
Okay.
I'd like to introduce one simple method.
Okay.
Should we do it together?
Yeah, I think that would be
traffic
good for
control.
all of us.
All right. So this is very simple. It's actually a creative visualization. And it's just about going from the doing mode to the being mode. So I'll speak out a very simple guiding commentary and just follow as best as you can. So try and have your back straight, your feet flat on the floor. If you have your phone, please do make sure it's quiet or it's sleeping. And so if you want to have your eyes open, half open, closed, as you find comfortable. And so we take a few moments just to relax the body and relax the mind. The world outside of me is the world of people, of events, situations, and circumstances. It is the world of action, the world of doing. And I cannot control the world outside of me. But the world inside me is the world of my thoughts, my feelings, my experiences. My thoughts lead to my feelings. And I can choose the thoughts I wish to create. So now, just bring your attention up to your face. Bring your attention to the center of your forehead. And here at the center of your forehead, picture a small room. This tiny room in the center of your forehead, this is your quiet room of peace. And when you are inside your quiet room, you feel very relaxed. This is your private and personal space. And when you are inside your quiet room, you can be yourself. Inside your quiet room, you are safe. You are secure. You are free from the pressures and demands of the outside world. And you are able to let go of your daily roles and responsibilities. Feel the peace and the wonderful silence of your quiet room. Just allow your mind to absorb this atmosphere of serenity, tranquility. And as you do so, the thoughts slow down. The mind becomes quiet, calm, relaxed, peaceful, stable, strong, and free. Just be with this feeling of peace in your mind for a moment. And when you feel ready, just return to the awareness of this room.
Thank you. Thank you. Another question I have is related to go-go life. Every morning we wake up, there is a lot of to-do list, either at home or workplace. So from information to transformation, many people attend inspiring talks and leaves feeling motivated. I am. Yet within a few days, we return to old habits, because life is surrounded by what I describe as a go-go, too many things to do, things like that. What is the key to turning spiritual knowledge into a lasting transformations? How can we make this mindset, thinking, etc., like a longer period, not a temporary thinking or short-term motivated?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that when you do anything challenging, it does help to do it with others. Whether it's learning a language, musical instrument, anything, it helps to be with others. So to make it a discipline and not slip back into old habits, it does help to be part of a study group, or like here in a meditation school, where you meet regularly with others, you study regularly, you meditate regularly, and this helps you to keep your level of attention high. If you're just doing it by yourself, then it's easy to, get lazy and careless and I'll do it tomorrow, maybe next week. So discipline is easier in a group and you have a greater sense of accountability. And then you build on today's progress tomorrow, the day after, the day after. So group study is really the key, I think.
Thank you. I will open floor for if anybody else wants to ask any questions or if anybody has any thoughts. Anybody out there wants to ask anything? You can raise your hand and I'll bring a mic to you.
May I ask a question?
I would like to ask about how to use grief as your teacher in life. There are certain kind of griefs. You come across somebody losing their child, somebody losing their spouse, somebody losing everything. How do you use that kind of grief as your teacher? How do we get out of that?
Oh my God. That's a great question. I would say this, if I may, my own view is, firstly, why do we use the word lose? Some years ago, I was in Spain and I was asked to talk about death from a spiritual perspective. I did some research and I found in most traditions, in most languages, the word loss is used. I'm sorry for your loss. We lost so-and-so last year, etc., etc. But this is a belief that you lose someone. And I think the truth is different. The truth is you don't own anyone. If you believe you own someone, when that person moves on, you will feel you have lost them. So this is reminding us that let me not just live my life based on limited or false beliefs, but let me explore the deeper mechanics of life. And what we learn here is every person is an individual. Every soul is unique and beautiful in their own way. And as it is said, Shakespeare has said, each one plays their own part in time on this world stage. And of course, a time comes when you move on, a time when I move on. So in order to not feel that loss, it means that when I'm living, how do I relate to other people? Now, we also use this phrase when somebody dies, RIP, rest in peace. But hang on just a moment. What about LIP, live in peace? We wish somebody to rest in peace when they're dead. But when they're living in peace, we quarrel, we argue, we try to own them, we try and control them. So living in peace means that before someone is my wife, my mother, my father, my son, my daughter, before all that, first, I am a spiritual energy, a spiritual being, and the other is also a spiritual being. But today, generally, we all live in the second layer of relationship, where I see someone as those things, son, daughter, husband, wife, mother, father. First layer of relationship is our spiritual relationship. I am a soul, I am a spiritual being. This one is also a spiritual being. If we resurrect the first level of relationship, the second layer of relationship becomes balanced. We won't try and control or own someone. I'll just finish with one little example. Once I was doing a talk like this in Ankara, and one lady said something really beautiful. She was a mother, and her son was around 15 years old. And she said, when my son was about 12, he said something which really surprised me. He said once to me, Mom, I'm not just your son. I'm also a human being. She thought, where is he getting this from? And then she said he never allowed me just to treat him as my property, my possession. Yes, the mother-son relationship was there. But in addition, we were like two spirits traveling through life together. We had a double relationship. And I think that's the relationship we need to revise, remember, and resurrect with everyone. You are a spiritual being. I am a spiritual being. If we fix that, then the relationships with others become balanced and become things of great happiness and harmony.
Please raise your hand if anyone else has any other questions. The mic will come talk to you.
Brother Yogesh, sometimes in life, as you were mentioning, keep checking yourself and keep changing. But sometimes, you check yourself, this is what, I know I have this inside me and I want to change it. But then I make a little effort and then again I go back to the same thing. So it's like, sometimes you're round and round in the same thing, as if you're coming back to the same point again. So, what's going on there? Why is that? You want to check, like this is what it is. I have in me to check. I need to change, but I'm unable to. I'm just coming back to the same thing. So what's going on there?
Well, I would say two things here. And one is, firstly, this is a very real thing. I think most of us experience. But two things. One is that there are some things that I can change in myself fairly quickly. Other things will take quite some time. And other things will take a long time. Those which are our deepest habits. So with the deepest habits, I need to be patient with myself. When those habits pop up again, I mustn't beat myself up or make myself heavy, but have a good relationship with the deep stuff, knowing this is a long-term recovery. Having said that, the other thing is to ask myself, what do I really want? Now, if I am really ready to let go of some tendency or habit, probably I will be able to do it. But I think what happens to most of us is I want to get rid of this habit, but also a little bit I want to keep it as well. And that, that toing and froing is what takes a lot of time, as is a song somebody sang once, "Oh Lord, make me pure, but not yet." And so I think, consciously we may say, that's it, I'm fed up with this habit or this tendency I have. But then deep in the subconscious, I still enjoy that to some degree. So for me, one of the most important questions to ask the self, what do I want? Really go to that part of me and find out what I want, and then even write it down. So I am clear that this is going to take me in this direction. That behavior is going to take me in that direction. Where do I want to go?
Namaste, Bhaiya. My name is Vrishali, and I have absolutely, it's my first time being with Brahma Kumari, but I would like to say your persona, your aura, the way you speak is really amazing, making us calm just looking at you. That's one thing I wanted to tell you. And my question is regarding meditation. Nowadays, we see many types of meditation. So for a layman like us, it becomes really confusing which one to follow, which is the right meditation technique. That one question. Another is when we sit for meditation, many thoughts appears. So yes, thoughts are going to be there, but especially when something happens, a negative situation, they the meditation disturbed. So, what to do at that time to overcome those thoughts and make your meditation keep going? And last one, when we are supposed to understand that we are doing a right type of meditation, or this is what the meditation is called, I'm doing the correct way. What is the right way to identify it? Thank you.
Yeah. Firstly, it's like anything you want, and there's a variety of options available. First thing is to know, what do I want? Why do I want to meditate? What am I looking for? It's like if you go to a supermarket and you don't quite know what you want, you'll end up buying the whole shop. But if you identify, what am I looking for? Am I looking for peace of mind? Am I looking for some tips to manage stress? Am I looking for my purpose in life? Am I looking for God? Once that's clear what I'm looking for, then from that viewpoint, I can explore what are the different meditations around. And I think, just like you buy anything, you go by recommendation of others, or you experiment by yourself and see what is it that really touches your heart. And everyone is looking for something different. So I have to know what I'm looking for, and then do my research or do my experimentation. Then when you are meditating, in Raj Yoga meditation, we do place a lot of emphasis upon knowledge and understanding of the self. So if you do, for example, the Raja Yoga course in meditation, you'll find we spend a lot of time explaining what is the mind, what is the self, how thoughts work, where the waste thoughts come from. And in our meditation, we give ourselves a commentary, which is a series of selected thoughts to guide the mind. If the mind is not guided, it will just wander in different directions. But the spiritual knowledge we study, we then use that in the meditation to guide the mind. And when the mind starts wandering, you come back to the knowledge, and again you remind yourself of that. For new beginners, we suggest using a guided commentary. And so, we have many online and CDs and commentaries which you can listen to guide your thoughts when you're sitting for meditation. How do you know you're doing it properly? Well, the results are not just in what you experience in the meditation, but the power you accumulate through meditation will be visible in your practical life. And as I was mentioning in the session, in a situation where maybe normally you'd get angry, now you feel you have more power to maintain your composure. In a situation you used to get nervous, now you feel much more peaceful. So you notice in your relationships and in your life, you have a greater natural self-control. This is the result of the power you are experiencing through meditation.
Okay, and we also have a little later on, about a few minutes, we'll do a short guided meditation here shortly as well.
Thank you. My question is, how do we are living in uncertain times, so how do we stay focused and fearless? And if we meet people who are afraid, how do we interact with them and not absorb their fear and be a supportive friend or a supportive family member instead of absorbing their fear and probably creating more negative vibrations? So how can we do that? Thank you.
Yeah, we are living in uncertain times. But here, I think we need to have a greater understanding of what's going on. And for that, we explore the story of life, the story of what we call as karma, the story of how humanity has been shifting over time. Currently, we are passing through a dark period. There's no doubt about that. But it hasn't always been like that, and it won't always be like that. So when we see things from this larger perspective of understanding the human story, understanding human consciousness, then we can have a more detached observer viewpoint of life. When you understand something, you know how to relate to it. Just like a child who doesn't understand reality and may get upset by may get afraid by seeing shadows on the wall, thinking there's a monster in the house, but it's just a shadow reflecting. Similarly, when we understand why things are the way they are, we understand perspective. When our perspective is open, we have a proportionate response to what's going on. If I then maintain my stability as a result, my stability of mind will help other people to be more stable also. Sometimes, your words can only go so far in helping other people, but your vibration, your presence, your awareness can help them to feel more comfortable. And so I have found with some amazingly spiritual people I have had the fortune of growing up with and observing, just in their presence, you feel calm. In their presence, you feel, your own nervousness or fear calms down. So I think that's the best thing we can do to others, is to be there for them. And whatever knowledge we are able to share, that's like an additional extra.
Anyone else? I have a couple of points that I want to just share with you as friends here. Let me see if I can find it here. Brother Yogesh has some great YouTube videos. Obviously, when I came to learn about this event, I did some research as well, and I've been listening. So I'll share with you some of the great YouTube videos that you probably may be interested in as well. Like how to own your happiness with Brother Yogesh. This is his video, okay? So increase your concentration power. Who can I use that, right? Definitely I can. And mind management. Effective communication with Yogesh Sharda. This is the name of the great videos. And who owns your happiness? So these are some great lectures that can be used outside of this place to continue the mindset that we learned here. That's all I have. Now I'd like to welcome.
I just have one question to ask Brother Yogesh. It's 50 years of your journey. How did you do it? Every day, 50 years.
How did I do it?
To do it. What made you stick for 50 years, doing what you've been doing?
Yeah, and there's so many things. As I say, I've had amazing examples in front of me, and some of those people as well, these incredible, who for me were models of what a human being can be, to come to the full expression of being a human being, which means a very big capacity to love. At the same time, great wisdom, great power, great humility. And you think, wow, a human being can be like this. So those inspirations have always given me the impetus to keep going. And secondly, I would say that it gives me a meaningful way to live through which I can make a contribution to the world. So when I was a kid in my early teens, I was pained by what's happening in the world. You know, the suffering and the sorrow and the corruption, the violence, the famines. It just seemed like a nonsense world to me, where on the one hand, people don't have food to eat, children don't have food to eat, but same, not far away, people are fighting. It seemed to me, hang on, shouldn't you be helping them? Why are you fighting? Why do humans fight? Why do grown-ups fight? I can understand children fighting, but when you grow up, still we fight. It seemed ridiculous to me. And then as I understood the spiritual knowledge more, I understood that the problems we see in the world are not problems. They are symptoms of the problem. And the real problem is here. The real problem is ego. The real problem is I am right and you are wrong. No. You are wrong. I am right. So we have a consciousness problem. So as I understood this more and more, I wanted to first work on myself, but then also be part of an education so other people could also learn and develop tools to overcome things like ego, like anger, like possessiveness, attachments, and so on. Basically, spiritual solutions for humanity. So that drove me also to continue on this journey. The list goes on. I could come up with more things, but I have received a lot of care, a lot of love, a lot of support in my journey, and met many wonderful people. And also when people feel they benefit from this knowledge, it inspires me to keep going, that this is my way of making a meaningful contribution to the world. And so I keep going. Yeah.
Good. I agree.
I'm new to Brahma Kumaris.
Yeah.
It was really a pleasure this evening meeting you. My question is, for somebody who have a day-to-day 9-to-5 job and a family and who's new to meditation and seeking peace, what's your advice, directions?
Yeah. Well, in a way, all of the above, the last 2 hours of our discussion. But also, I used to have also a 9-to-5 job in central London. And so the lifestyle I fell into, through my parents actually, was start the day with morning meditation, and then start the day following that with some study of spiritual wisdom, whatever that might mean to you. So these two things, meditation and then spiritual wisdom, study of that, which is very good food for the mind. And then used to take the train to go to work and dealing with all the things which happen at work. I use this example with my fingers, if I may show this little symbol. So when I wake up in the morning, first this finger, first let me engage with myself. Spend time in recharging my soul battery first thing in the morning. Then second thing is this, remember my connection with the source, with the supreme energy. And remember, I am a child of that ocean of peace, that ocean of love. Experience that sense of connectedness with the divine source. And then the third finger means work, traffic, news, relationships, handling the world outside. But for most people, they don't do the first two. They wake up in the morning and immediately engage with the world. And therefore, there's no foundation to their happiness and peace. So when something happens, they get upset or angry or they can't tolerate. So I think doing these two things is very essential, especially in the corporate world where you're dealing with people who are, maybe like sharks or people who want to, take profit oriented, take something from you. First be, and then do. Then when you get a moment, be again, then do, be, do, be, do, be, do, be, do, be, do. And I think that makes our life more happy and more meaningful. Okay.
Next items we have is we all can benefit from a guided meditation. Can you please lead us in a guided meditation to help me and participants here experience peace, silence, and inner connection, please?
All right. Okay. So we'll do another meditation right now. Guided meditation. Okay. So once again, if you have your back straight, your feet flat on the floor, and this time we'll focus the meditation on experiencing true identity. We can even have some soft music if that's possible. So if you're able to, and if you want to have your eyes open, you could use this image behind me as a point of focus. If you really prefer your eyes closed, then you could do that. Perhaps music could be a little bit softer. Volume could be a little less. Okay, so once again we sit. This meditation, I want to experience my true self. And so I ask myself, who am I? Behind all the roles I play every day, who am I? Behind all the labels I carry, who am I? Behind all the masks I wear, who am I? I am more, much more than my roles and responsibilities. I am more than the labels I have in this life. And I am more than the masks I wear in everyday relationships. I am not what I do, and I am not what I have. And even when I look in the mirror and see the reflection of my face, my body, there is more to me than simply this. And so I bring my attention to my face and to the center of my forehead. And here I picture a beautiful star of peaceful light. A wonderful star of peaceful energy radiating at the center of the forehead. And from this star, waves of healing and comforting energy spread throughout my body. And this beautiful star of peaceful light in the center of my forehead. This is me. This is the real me. This is I, the eternal soul. I, the soul, I am the living energy inside this body. I, the soul, I am light. I, the soul, I am eternal. I can never die. And deep inside, I, the soul, there is a reservoir of inner peace. And this peace has always been inside me. And so now, let me remember always I am light, I am eternal, I am peaceful. Light, eternal, and peace. Keeping these feelings with me, I now return to the awareness of this room here.
you, Brother Yogesh. Appreciate for everything. Now I would like to welcome Sister here.
Can we turn off the music and have lights, please? Brother Yogesh, we would like to have a group photo with you. Do you mind actually, instead of everyone coming there, maybe if you can join us here? Is that okay? We'll have a group photo, right? Can somebody bring the chair right here? Just this one here. No, Yogesh, bhai. Jolly. Allow the chair. Yogesh, bhai, please. Oh, sure. Yes. Everyone okay, right? Everyone smile.
Red because like सब red भी कर दो. The red lights on. All color. Yeah, now I can see face clear. Wow, beautiful. One more. 1 second.
Please don't leave yet because we have a bag of love to take home with you. It's prepared by the center with lots of wonderful things inside. And actually, there are 3 young children. They created bookmarks for you. So as you're leaving, they will give you a bookmark and what to do with the bookmark. You have to create your own bookmark. It's very special, something unique. So hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you enjoyed the program. How many would like to say thank you? One hand, thank you. I like that. I have not done anything. It's a beautiful thing to grow old because what happens is you get lots and lots of support from many, many sources. There's one thing I want to share is when you meet God, you meet the best of His family. And I've been experiencing that. I'm very fortunate to be on the same path as young people like Yogesh Bhai and also Madhavi Ben, Paresh Bhai. I'm really privileged. Thank you so much. And don't forget to take your goodie bag and a blessing card to go home with you. And a blessing card is going to be given by the young children, Yash, Lirisha, and Anish. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Come again. We'll be doing this again very soon. Every Thursday we have a program. Do come to that program. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Just a moment, just a moment.
Once again, we like to thank you everyone who came for the event. We do have some programs every Thursdays and Sundays, and we like to invite all of you to come and attend those sessions. We have a Brahma Kumari website for Farmington Hills. You can go ahead and click on that. There are upcoming events on there. And thank you once again. Thank you, Brother Yogesh. And thank you everyone to come for an event. Om Shanti.
We actually have one more event. Sister Manu has been practicing Raj Yoga meditation since 2023. She's a 10th grade student who loves singing and art. This evening, she'll be sharing her love through music for a special song. So if we can give like one round of applause for her.
In the silence of my soul, I hear a gentle call, a whisper of the truth, the highest love of all. Beyond this world of shadows, beyond this fleeting time, I awaken to the presence of the light of love. I am a soul, a being of light, shining pure, eternally bright, detached from sorrow, free from the past. In God's love, I found my path. The world may shake, the night may fall, but I stand still beyond it all. In peace and power, I rise above, held in the arms of the ocean of love. I am a soul, a being of light, shining pure, eternally bright, detached from sorrow, free from the past. In God's love, I found my path. Silent steps on a golden way, truth and wisdom light my day. No more fear, no more fight, I return to my original light. Beyond the body, beyond the mind, a home of peace I long to find. In sweet remembrance I take my flight, merging in love in the highest light.
Very nice, Manu. Thank you. That was beautiful. Very nice. Okay, so as mentioned, you'll all get a bag of love. So you'll get it from Brother Yogesh and Sister Lakshmi. So they both will be sitting. Each one of you can come, and when you take the bag, you're just looking at the center of the forehead. You know why? Why? Oh, so you're taking that pure energy of the soul, you're experiencing that pure vibe, and so you're looking at the center of the forehead as you're taking. Okay, and once again, thank you all for coming. And this place is open for all of you to come every Thursday. And once in a while, we do have these special events. So please come, take benefit. As today's topic, inner advantage. Take full advantage. So, Om Shanti. Good night and see you all soon. So come, please take your seat here. We can have some music and can come to take your bag. Thank you.